Overture 61, declare the Danvers Statement to be biblically faithful. Howie, do you want to start and make a few comments about that?
Sure. I don't like declaring things. First of all, it's just what the majority of 2,000 guys in one city did in 1 year. It's not the PCA. It's the guys that showed up in a majority at that particular assembly. Secondly, there's a lot of words in the Danvers Statement, and it could be more biblically faithful if we tweaked it. Thirdly, it's a 38-year-old document, and it isn't written as well as it could be. It was at a particular cultural moment when radical feminism, I think, was more threatening than it is now. I know that some of our own scholars have critiqued Danvers. I know that Piper and Grudem both favor women deacons, and they were primary authors of Danvers. So I just don't think it's a wonderful statement. I think it could be improved, and I don't understand why we are being asked to declare it as biblically faithful. Is this supposedly an alternative to the diaconal overtures or something? I'm a little bit confused. So.
Well, I mean, I would probably, in one level, I mean, I don't think this is one that I would want to say no to. These are the kind of overtures, in a way, regardless of the content, that I don't like, because to say no to 61 will automatically go on, out into the Twitterverse as, PCA rejects Danvers statement and all that it, all that it says. And so, in that sense, I'm never really super happy about those, because you're sort of in trouble if you do to modify a statement, and in trouble if you don't. And so, in that sense, none of those really excite me terribly much. I do think that some of the principles that are enumerated in it are, thought to be, the argument is that, these are principles. Let's begin with principles, and then we can go to the practical matters. And in that sort of scheme, I'm 100% in favor of that. I always want to start with principles before I get to what we do. So in that sense, I don't have a problem with the issue. I don't have a problem with Danvers' statement. I mean, Howie said it's 30 years old. Well, it's echoing biblical language that's 2,000 years old. So, I mean, it's not the age of it. It's whether or not it is, in fact, biblically faithful. Maybe we can postpone it indefinitely or something along those lines, so we don't actually have to do anything with it. Because again, I don't know that it's gonna. I don't think it would have a problem passing the assembly. I really don't. I mean, the Nashville statement really didn't either. There was a lot of debate and discussion over it, and I don't think the assembly is going to have a hard time declaring it biblically faithful. It's just a question of, is that going to speak into the issue that's really before us? I think, principally speaking, insofar as the Danvers statement is biblically faithful, we all already affirm it anyway. So in that sense, I understand the need for it. I understand the point. I'm always opposed to statements that if we say no to, it makes it sound like we hate something when we just didn't think it was, so all of those things wrapped up together, I'm not sure how to deal with it, but that's kind of where I'm at.
Well, I think we could deny the overture and say we deny because it's not the part of our church's calling to hear and endorse statements of other parts of the church or institutions. We have enough to do to care for our own house. I'd like to shut this down. No more Nashville, no more Danvers.